Welcome back. That was Jimmy Page, of course. Maybe some of you have heard of him. Coming in at number 53 on Guitar World Magazine's Top 100 Solos of All Time is Since I've Been Loving You from Led Zeppelin 3. It should be much higher, in my opinion. Just want to give a big thank you to my buddy Sean, good buddy Sean, who loaned me this absolutely stunning Gibson Les Paul standard from 2007. What a great guy. He just got this guitar a couple of days ago, and within a matter of hours, he gave it to me to use. And because he knew I didn't have a Les Paul, and he knew I was doing this solo, and he knew I wanted a Les Paul for this solo, so he sacrificed his guitar moments after he got it. So good on you, Sean. You're a great guy. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It sounds amazing. It plays beautifully. I'm just going to keep it, okay? I'm going to need it again, though. I'm going to need it for some Slash. I'm going to need it for some more Jimmy Page. I'm going to need it for some Duane Allman. I'm just going to keep it. Beautiful guitar. Love it. I've got to get myself a Les Paul now, so... the solo, Since I've Been Loving You, is about as blues as Led Zeppelin and Jimmy Page get. Jimmy Page is just a phenomenal blues player. He was, there are people out there who say Jimmy Page is sloppy. Smarten up. He's not sloppy. Maybe live when he was wasted out of his mind on heroin and alcohol. But, Jimmy Page is not a sloppy guitar player. And, he was one of the most sought-after session guitar players in England back in the mid-'60s when he was like 19 or 20 years old. They don't hire sloppy guitar players. Jimmy Page is one of the most brilliant and versatile guitar players who has ever lived. He's one of my top 3 guitar players. Loose, I suppose you could say his style was. But, unless live and he was wasted, maybe then he was sloppy. But I can't think of any Led Zeppelin recordings where he's considered sloppy. He does have a bit of a loose, aggressive style to his lead soloing, but you know, just a great guitar player. This solo is mostly in C minor, the natural minor scale, Aeolian, I believe it's called. Switches keys a couple of times. He switches to more of a Dorian mode when he switches keys, but just great blues solo. I'm very guilty of not appreciating the blues on guitar over the years. I always found it kind of boring, and it just wasn't my style. My style was more of a shreddy hard rock style. I am really starting to appreciate the blues, and maybe I don't think it's age. I don't think it's because I'm getting older, like dad rock or anything like that. But I really enjoy playing it, and it just it just feel, and people say feel is not quantifiable. I disagree. Feel is something that when you're bending a note, when you're hitting a note, you can eyeball a note. You can see I'm on the right note there. But when you're bending a note, you can't eyeball a bent note. You gotta feel where that note is going. Or you gotta get some vibrato on it. Know when to have vibrato and when what notes need vibrato, what notes need to bend, and get it bending that note to pitch, and that's feel. Getting that note to pitch is feel. And knowing when to apply vibrato, that's feel, and Jimmy Page had that in spades. Just an amazing guitar player, one of my favorites. This was just a pleasure to learn and a pleasure to play. I just adore this solo. It should be much higher on the list. I think it's probably Jimmy Page's finest solo. That's it. That's all I've got for you tonight. We're going to be back with another Jimi Hendrix coming up next with the Star Spangled Banner. I think the only live solo on this top 100. They made a little boo-boo, I think, at number 81 with the Lou Reed, and they put Lou Reed's Sweet Jane from Loaded, which has no solo, when it really should have been the Steve Hunter, Dick Wagner solo from the live Rock and Roll Animal album. And that's the one I did. And I got a thank you. I got a thumbs up from Steve Hunter yesterday morning. Told me I did a great job on the solo. Blew my mind. I couldn't believe I got an actual comment from Steve Hunter on my video. And thank you, Steve. If you're following along now, I hope you are. That was really meant a lot to me, and really fantastic of you to leave a comment on my YouTube channel. So thank you, Steve Hunter, and thank you all for watching this video. I hope you liked it. I love this solo. I've already said that, but I'll say it again. Take care of yourselves. We will see you in a couple of days once I get some Jimi Hendrix under my belt, and we'll get into the Star Spangled Banner. That should be a lot of fun. And we'll see you in a couple of days. We'll see you maybe in a week. Take care. Ciao.